Hi, my name's Donna. So I'm the CNS working in Velindre for the upper GI team, particularly working with people with esophageal and gastric cancers. Always knew I wanted to be a nurse, but I was quite late coming into nursing. I didn't come into nursing until my 30s. So worked in retail for many years, part-time, whilst sort of bringing up my son, looking again into going back to university and doing my nurse training. So it said it was something I'd always wanted to do. Yeah, I'd reached a point in my life when circumstances were right, everything lined up, and went back to and did my degree. And then straight from qualifying, I was fortunate enough to get a job in palliative care, which very early on in my training I realised was an area that I wanted to work. I worked in a hospice for about 4.5 years, before then becoming a CNS in palliative care, working in one of the local district general hospitals. I did that for about 2 years before moving on to a community role and working as a CNS in the community in palliative care before coming to Velindre about 3 years ago now, and working in oncology, so a change in direction, but lots of crossover with my previous role. When I came, I didn't have any sort of oncology experience, so I had to sort of learn again, sort of chemotherapy regimes, radiotherapy, what all this entailed, side effects. In order for me to be able to support patients, I needed to have that insight. The supportive element was the same, that supportive element of what you do didn't change really. The experience I'd had before, like I said, of just supporting people during very difficult times, both patients and families, that helped with that transition. Favourite thing, I think it is the patient contact. And that ability to support and to work with patients and families, and just being able to help in some small way through what can be quite confusing time, quite isolating time. So just being able to be that point of contact, provide that information, that reassurance as they need it. There's no doubt for me that that's the best part of being a CNS. I hope that my journey shows that there's not one particular way to become a CNS. There's lots of different ways, different pathways to reaching this. And I can remember being in my final year of my training as a nurse and working with CNSs and just thinking, that is what I want to do.
Hello, happy National Cancer CNS Day. My name's Dr. Betson Thomas. I'm one of the consultants in Velindre Cancer Centre, and I just wanted to really take this opportunity to say thank you to all the cancer CNSs out there. They really are an invaluable part of our team. They're the glue that hold us all together, and very much the advocate for patients and families that we're all here to care for. So just wanted to say thank you for all your hard work and show you how much we do appreciate you.